Can a game be cozy when it asks a lot? When it demands planning, strategy, and survival? Well, Northgard might just be the perfect test case for that question. Northgard sees you leading a Viking clan with the aim of discovering a new and untamed continent. The wind is cold, the land is rich but harsh, and your goal is to build a settlement that can withstand the challenges ahead. You'll assign villagers to jobs, manage food and resources, expand territory, and deal with both the environment and rival clans. It's part real-time strategy, part city builder, and a little bit of survival sim all mixed in together. The game has multiple clans, each with unique traits and several victory conditions, from trade to wisdom to outright conquest. It's a surprisingly flexible experience, but has a fairly intense management system underneath. So given all of that, can Northgard really be cozy? Let's get into it. The core of the cozy debate hinges on Northgard's massive replayability. Northgard does a lot right here. Each of its clans offers a distinct playstyle, with unique bonuses that encourages experimentation and adaptation. One run might see you thriving as the Stag clan, focusing on breweries and celebrations to keep your villagers cheerful and productive, while another might have you embracing the Goat clan, mastering food management and sustainability. The variety in clan abilities keeps each session fresh. That balance between calm management and tense decision making is where Northgard quietly shines. You can spend hours just managing your economy, watching your villagers gather resources, and seeing your settlement slowly expand. That said, replayability isn't infinite in Northgard. As with many strategy games, you learn which clans are the strongest and which upgrades are essential, making later playthroughs feel more mechanical. Especially with your early game choices, it can feel very predictable and routine to select the same buildings to work on first, which limits the distinctiveness you feel when playing different clans later on. Still, Northgard is one of the few real-time strategy titles that manages to stay approachable after multiple runs. It's easy to pick up after a break, and the relatively small map sizes make it very digestible. A key ingredient of a cozy game is the bond it forges between you and its world. It becomes more about belonging than winning. Northgard flirts with that connection but never really fully commits. Each clan has a distinct identity with unique abilities and aesthetics that help you align with their ethos, but the bond you forge with your clan is largely mechanical. You'll like a clan because its bonuses fit your playstyle, not because you feel genuine empathy or attachment to its people. The story campaign tries to bridge this gap a little bit, offering a light narrative and a few recurring characters, but it doesn't dig deep enough to spark emotional investment. The writing serves the gameplay, not the heart of the game. You care about surviving the winter, optimizing your economy, and expanding your territory, but not about who you're doing it for. That's not necessarily a flaw, it's just the nature of Northgard's design. It's a game about systems and optimization, not connection. The satisfaction comes from mastery and efficiency, while cozy games often thrive on emotional connection. The ability to form some sort of connection to the characters or the game world makes cozy games feel so special, and you just don't feel that specialness in a game like Northgard. Cozy games are built on satisfying progression, the feeling that where you're going matters, and Northgard's central rhythm captures this perfectly. The core loop of assigning jobs, watching your numbers go up, expanding a little and then repeat, scratches an itch. You begin with a single building and a few villagers, slowly shaping a thriving settlement through careful planning. Expansion feels natural as you claim new tiles, unlock upgrades, and construct specialised buildings. The result is a steady, deliberate growth that's immensely rewarding. On lower difficulty settings, the game doesn't really rush you as much, allowing for thoughtful play, though it is worth noting there's a noticeable difficulty jump between easy and normal. Normal was way too hard for me and I just kept dying. Easy was just, well, too easy. I actually needed sort of a difficulty level in between those two to actually feel comfortable in the game. But I guess if you're intending to play Northgard as a cozy game, you're probably going to edge towards the easy setting anyway. But the core of the game is about repairing and expanding during the summer and then enduring the harshness of winter. This predictable yet demanding seasonal cycle creates a tangible sense of progress. It's a cycle of mild adversity followed by relief and growth. Each tile you claim adds strategic value. Maybe it contains fertile soil for farms or iron for weapon upgrades. Each decision feels like a step forward. The tech and lore trees also offer incremental power-ups that make your clan feel more efficient. Watching your settlement evolve from survival mode to self-sufficiency scratches the same itch as many cozy builders will do. I would say that Northgard focuses heavily on incremental improvements, so there is a noticeable lack of long-term progression at times, but the in-session growth is so finely tuned that it really hardly matters. Every match feels like its own complete story of rise and survival. Hey there, just a quick pause to say that if you're enjoying the chill vibes and discovering new and unconventional cozy games, subscribe to the channel. If you wanted to support the channel a little bit more, you can also give this Slothee a coffee. And trust me, I need the energy. You can find the link in the description below. And now, back to the video. So how can a game with such harsh challenges feel cozy? It comes down to your sense of agency, the feeling that you're in control. Northgard provides you with just enough tools that catastrophe feels largely preventable. You learn to stack wood well before winter, keep a spare brewery online for morale, and station a group of vigilant warriors or a watchtower on each border. You can't entirely remove danger, but you can absolutely learn to dance with it. The game also offers multiple viable strategies. You might lean into exploration, trade, wisdom, or brute force. Each path leading to success if managed carefully. You control how your villagers work, where your resources go, and when to expand. You can react to seasonal changes and events in ways that reflect your style. That flexibility gives you ownership over your story. When you survive a harsh winter or fend off a rival attack, it's because your decisions worked, and that can feel really good. But that same precision makes Northgard stressful. It rarely forgives lapses in attention. If you mismanage your workers or expand too early, you'll spend the rest of the session scrambling to recover. The systems are tight enough that small errors can have big consequences. This makes sense in a strategy game, but it clashes with the cozy pacing you would expect from a cozy game. The real-time strategy element of the game may be one of the biggest arguments against Northgard being cozy, as you cannot pause the game to ponder your next move. You have to manage it there and then, regardless. That real-time urgency fuels engagement, but it sacrifices the calm decision-making that would truly make this game cozy. Atmosphere can turn a complex strategy game into a cozy one, and Northgard almost manages that transformation. Its art style is clean, colourful, and quietly inviting, which is surprisingly gentle for a game about Vikings. There's something deeply satisfying about observing your villagers chop at wood, build homes, and gather food. The sound design complements this as it's fairly calming and non-disruptive, making it easy to lose track of time while tending to your growing settlement. But the peace is fragile. Winter looms just around every corner, turning comfort into anxiety. Food depletes faster, production slows, and enemies strike when you're at your weakest. The game's aesthetic invites you to settle in, but its mechanics refuse to let you, and suddenly you're in survival mode. This tension never really fully disappears, and that keeps the atmosphere from achieving full coziness. So how cozy is Northgard really? It scores a total of 5 out of 10, putting it in our not so cozy category. In Northgard, combat is rarely optional and failure can be punishing. But if you look past this, the quiet pride in having nurtured and protected your settlement feels much closer to cozy than you might think. It's strategic, elegant, and deeply rewarding, but the comfort it offers is temporary at best. Therefore, the most accurate label for Northgard is cozy adjacent. Still, there's something worth celebrating about how close this game comes to being cozy. Few real-time strategy games feel this balanced or this approachable. But that's just my take. I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Do you think Northgard deserves a place in your cozy game rotation? Or does the real-time strategy element of this game stop it feeling relaxing? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching today, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.